Now, without any delay, the biggest moment of the conference that you have been waiting for, the Salary Survey, STC India Annual Salary Survey results to be shown by the Salary Survey Man of India, Paresh Nayak, and in partnership with Deval Patel, who has taken up the role from Paresh, but she has a personal event today, so she couldn't join. But Deval, we have been remembering you, and thank you for all the work that you have been putting to put together the salary survey. Paresh, over to you.
All right, I'll be very quick. I know this is the last session. They deliberately do it so that people are seated and they don't leave. But I'll be quick. And it seems to be a futile exercise to talk about money after the earlier session, but I'll do it anyway. First, I want to thank Deval, who has done the lion's share of collecting the data, analyzing the data, and preparing the report. I'm just presenting it this year. We had about 460 responses which were valid, which means it's a very small population of all the lakhs of people that you said are there as tech writers. So take all of this data with a pinch of salt, right? It's a very small sample size. But what we saw is there's a 30% increase in the average salary that was reported since last year. Now, this is the average salary. It's possible that people who had higher salaries have responded this year compared to last year. So the real change is actually 10% because the salary per year of experience, which doesn't change much, even if you take higher experience or lower experience, you average out, that is 2.1 lakhs. That's the number that people keep asking me because I do the salary surveys is what is, give me a rough idea. I'm having this offer, is this a right offer or not, right? So what is the multiplier? That is 2.1. If you have 10 years of experience, the average salary is 10 into 2.1. That is what the data is saying. Last year it was 1.9. That means it has increased by 10%. And that seems to be a realistic number when I gather data through other channels. So 10% is the salary increase this year. That is what we have seen in the survey. And we are still much better geography compared to US because we cost almost 1/3 to do the same job. All of this data is available. You don't need to click photos. You don't need to take any notes. This looks like an auto rickshaw rate card, but it is not. I will just explain one row so that you know how to read this when you get it, okay? Does the laser work? Let me see. Okay. Let's assume wherever my hand reaches, 10 years. So you have 10 years of experience. You want to understand what is the range for your salary. You start here, 10% to 90%. So 10% of the people are getting more than 33 lakhs for your experience. 90% people are getting more than almost 20 lakhs. So 20 to 33 is a range of salaries for that kind of experience, right? Some people are laughing because they're not getting anything near that or they're getting much more than that. I don't know. They should talk to me offline. Okay. It's okay. I'm not going to use it a lot. So that's how you read that table. And the range difference is obviously because all of the factors that you cannot capture in the survey. Some you can, which industry, which type of product that you're documenting, whether it's a service industry, which role you are in, and that's what we will go through. That is why there is a big range, right? So where you are located does have a factor here. You can see Bangalore, Pune are the right places to work, but highest salary is at Hyderabad, right? Now, I spoke to Manoj yesterday and he said, he's coming from Hyderabad. He said, who are these people in Hyderabad who get this much money? But that's what it is. That's what the number says. And I'm not surprised because this is a pattern I see every year. Chennai is the lowest paid, second last is Mumbai. So it's not too far. These are the actual salaries. This is not a right graph because people from Hyderabad who are at a higher experience category might have responded, right? But the earlier graph is nullifying that experience factor. It is per year of experience. This is what you should look at. But it also gives you a quick where our population is. Most of you are in Bangalore, followed by in Pune, right? So that's where most of the jobs are. Respondents, which is proportional to where people are working. Age, we shouldn't discriminate, but yes, after 51, it gets saturated, right? There's not much to say about it because it's proportional to experience in most cases. This is something very interesting that you would like to see. Start from here. Those who are in full-time writing have about 23 lakhs of experience and salary. They are about 11 years of experience. Information architects get about 33 lakhs. People in editing gets about 25. Their experience is 9.6. Writing and supervision, which is a combination of IC role and leadership role, is about 32. And full-time supervision is 60, which is very unfair. But they get there after 20 years of slogging as writing plus supervision, right? So you can see the number of experience years so that you can set your expectations about when you can expect that role generally. You can be smart and reach there faster, but that's the industry trend. Where do you work? Software pays you most. That's the message of this slide, right? And no surprise, people from aeronautics, manufacturing are trying to jump into software. That's what I see when I'm interviewing. And majority of the population works in software, 79%, 80%. Service versus product company, again, no surprise. Product companies pay you better than services company. So if you want better salary, jump to the product company. I mean, that's the practical takeaway from this, right? Work model, a lot of people are wondering, am I the only one where people are calling me back to the office? No, you are not. 77% people are called back to the office, partially, hybrid mode, right? And only 10% are work from home. Satisfaction level. I was very happy to see this graph. There's no anomaly. People who are paid less are less satisfied. People who are paid more are more satisfied, right? So we are a rational bunch of people. That's what this means, right? And it also means that people who are paid less are aware of that fact, right? Because of this salary survey. And they're not satisfied. They will have the right conversations with their managers. And comparison with the last year, this is a number that I was saying, 10% percentage change when you compare by taking out the experience variable. But if you look at just the median salary, because median salary, we use it to compare with other countries, right? That's why we compare that, and it was 20, now it is 26. As I said, it's a small sample size, don't read too much into it. Don't go to your managers asking for 30% raise. That's not true. Where is it now? This is US, but this graph tells you, oh, this is over the years how the salary has increased. In the early conference years, when somebody was paid 5 lakhs, people used to say, whoa. Now you have at 25, 30 lakhs, right? That's the average salary. The highest reported salary in this survey was 69 lakhs. Okay? Now go and find who that guy is. This is a very interesting graph. Every year I very carefully see this graph to see that these lines are still parallel and they are not going to cross anytime soon, right? Which is a job, they shouldn't. I say they should, and in spite of that, we should have jobs here, right? We should not be getting this job anymore because we are cheaper. Because we are smarter, because we are co-located, we will continue to get this job even if this line crosses, right? But as of today, sigh of relief, it is still cheaper, right? So 30% than the US, and that continues because the US salaries have also risen. Obviously, because of a lot of money pumped in the economy, the inflation has gone up everywhere in the world, the salaries have increased. And you can see the US salary has suddenly increased, same as India. That's all that I had. I'm open for questions, but in the breaks outside this, so that we can formally close today's session. And again, I want to thank Partha and Deval for all the help with this. Thank you.